You know, when we're facing our biggest problems, our first instinct is usually to look for some kind of external fix, right? But what if? What if the real solution, the key to overcoming even the deepest suffering, is actually found inside? Well, today, we're diving into the Siva-Gita. It's this incredible, powerful dialogue where a hero who's at his absolute lowest learns that the ultimate weapon for any battle isn't a sword, it's knowledge.
And this is where the story kicks off. And let me tell you, it is raw. We're not just talking about sadness here. This is the legendary hero Rāma, and he is completely shattered. I mean, his wife, Sītā, has just been kidnapped by the demon king Ravana, and his grief is so overwhelming, he's lost the will to do anything. He won't eat, he can't sleep, he doesn't even want to live anymore. He's just completely consumed by despair.
So yeah, we're starting with our hero at absolute rock bottom. This is the guy who's supposed to be a beacon of righteousness, and he is just broken by this loss, with no idea how to move forward. And really, that's what sets the stage for what's about to be a massive transformation.
And that's the big question, isn't it? When your world is completely shattered, where do you even begin to look for the strength to go on? For Rāma, the answer doesn't show up as an army or some powerful new weapon. Nope, it comes in the form of a wise man.
So, this sage, Agastya, finds Rāma in this terrible state, and he just completely flips the script. He tells him, look, grieving over Sīta's physical body, that's missing the point. You're misunderstanding reality itself. He explains that the real path to victory, not just over Ravana, but over his own crushing sorrow, is an internal journey. It's a path that starts with devotion and leads to some incredibly powerful secret wisdom.
Okay, so what does this path actually look like? I mean, Agastya isn't just there to offer a few comforting words. Oh no, he prescribes a very specific, very rigorous spiritual practice. It's designed to purify the mind and unlock some serious power. So let's break down what he tells Rāma to do.
It's basically a three-step system for a total transformation. First up, meditation. The goal here is to pull the mind away from the distractions of the outside world. Step 2, a fire sacrifice. This is all about focusing that now quiet mind with just like laser-like concentration. And finally, step 3, using sacred ash to consecrate the body. This symbolizes a deep purification of body and soul, a way to free yourself from all the baggage of the past. It's a whole package, a complete system.
And this is where it gets really interesting, because Agastya makes a dual promise. He's crystal clear. This isn't just about feeling a little better. He says if you follow this path of devotion to Lord Śiva, you get two things. First, the worldly power you need to go defeat Ravana and rescue Sītā. And second, you get ultimate spiritual liberation from the entire cycle of suffering. The inner victory and the outer victory are totally linked.
But you know, just going through the motions of a ritual is one thing. To truly be free, Rāma has to understand the very nature of why he's suffering in the first place. And this brings us to the core philosophical lesson of the entire Shiva-Gita.
So what is this big secret? What's the wisdom that's holding up this whole practice? Well, the answer comes down to one single, incredibly powerful concept, a concept that explains why we suffer at all.
Okay, so the concept is called Māyā, and the text gives this brilliant analogy to help us get it. Picture this. You're in a really dimly lit room, and on the floor, you see what you're sure is a snake. Your heart pounds, the fear is totally real, right? But then someone flips on the lights, and you see it was just a coil of rope all along. The snake was never actually there. It was just a projection, a mistake your mind made. That's Māyā. It's this cosmic illusion that makes us mistake the rope of true reality for the terrifying snake of this temporary, chaotic world.
This really breaks it down nicely. On one side, you've got the world of Māyā. That's our body, our mind, our ego, all our emotions and stuff. It's all temporary, it's always changing, and, let's be honest, it's the source of our pain. That's the snake. But on the other side, you have the true self, what's called Brahman. This is eternal, it never changes, and its natural state is just pure bliss. That's the rope. See, Rāma's suffering is coming from one simple mistake. He's identifying with the snake. He thinks his temporary sorrow is his true self.
And here's the kicker. This is the big reveal from the sage Agastya. He's telling Rāma straight up, your true essence, the real you, is already perfect. It's completely untouched by any of this mess. It can't feel sorrow because it exists beyond it. All that pain he's feeling, it belongs to the illusion, to the snake. It has nothing to do with his eternal self.
So, armed with this mind-blowing new perspective and totally committed to this path of devotion, Rāma takes the vow. And after months and months of intense, focused practice, something incredible happens. All this philosophy, it's about to become very, very real.
I mean, for 4 solid months, Rāma follows Agastya's instructions to the letter. He's meditating with this incredibly calm, controlled mind. His diet gets more and more austere. First just fruits, then only leaves, then just water, and finally only air. His dedication is just absolute. And all of this intense focus is getting him ready for a direct, face-to-face experience with the divine.
And it doesn't start with something he sees. It starts with a sound. The text describes it as this terrifying, world-ending noise, like the ocean churning at the end of time. It's a sound so powerful it just completely disorients Rāma, shaking the very foundations of his reality. It's the signal that something way beyond our ordinary world is about to arrive.
And then, out of that insane chaos, the first image starts to form. It's Shiva's divine bull, and the text describes it so poetically, saying it's as white as a lump of butter that was churned from ambrosia, the nectar of the gods. It's this vision of pure divine matter, and it's here to set the stage for its master. And then he sees him. Lord Shiva himself appears, and he's like the ultimate paradox. His form is described as being as splendid and blazing as millions of suns, but at the same time as cool and serene as millions of moons. Think about that. It's a vision of absolute overwhelming power and absolute perfect peace all at once. It's the very reality he's been meditating on, now right in front of him.
Now, this divine vision, it's not just some spiritual light show for the sake of it. No, this is the turning point. This is the moment where all of Rāma's inner transformation gets converted into real, tangible, external power. His wisdom is about to become his weapon.
When he sees this cosmic form, Rāma is just filled with this incredible joy. He completely surrenders, falling to the ground. And that act, that total devotion, is met with grace. Lord Shiva is pleased with his dedication, and he offers him a gift, a boon, something that will give him exactly what he needs to finish his quest.
And get this, the reward for all his spiritual work isn't just a warm, fuzzy feeling of peace. It's a literal physical arsenal. He's given a divine bow, a quiver that magically never runs out of arrows, and one final ultimate weapon, the Pashupata arrow.
And the power of this arrow is, well, it's absolute. Nothing in all the 3 worlds can stand against it. But, and this is a huge but, it comes with a terrifying warning. If it's ever used for the wrong reason, for an unjust cause, it will literally destroy the entire world. The power Rāma has just been given is total, which means his responsibility is also total. And just like that, the transformation is complete. The hero who was so lost in despair that he wanted to end his own life is now clear-headed, spiritually awake, and holding the most powerful weapon in existence. He didn't just conquer his inner demons, he gained the exact tool he needed to win his outer battle too.
So it kind of leaves us with this question, doesn't it? The Siva-Gita seems to be saying that Rāma's journey wasn't really about getting a magical arrow. The arrow was just the result, the side effect. The real journey was that huge shift in his perspective, going from seeing himself as a helpless victim of a painful temporary world to truly realizing his nature as an eternal, blissful self. And maybe, just maybe, that's the greatest weapon for any of us in our own battles. The wisdom to see the rope for what it really is, and not the snake we're so afraid of.